Hey, Mike here. Um, so it's been probably a little while since you've seen me. Guess what I just discovered? I'm doing this streaming thing, this live streaming. From my perspective, it's working, and it's not working out there in the world. In other words, I'm doing my thing, and then I go to LinkedIn to see is it showing up, and it's not there. So lesson learned. Guess what I'm going to be doing? For a while anyway, is making sure my videos actually go out there. So lately I've noticed a trend, and the trend I would describe as the great re. Because if you read as much as I do, and I'm not a prolific reader, I don't read exorbitant amounts of things, but I do read every day. And part of the reading is to look at some of the business kind of streams that are out there. Inc., Forbes, Harvard Business, even if you go to CBC or whatever it is, right? There's so many places we can get information. And what I've noticed is over the last while, it seems, and maybe it's just me, but what I've noticed after the last while is this significant increase in the number of times people are talking about things that start with re, right? So let's go back a year and a half, and we started to hear about this thing called the Great Resignation, RE. That led to the Great Resignation or the Great Regret. In other words, be careful if you quit because the grass may not be greener on the other side. There's other things I've seen that talk about rebuilding and reteaming and returning to the office. There's all these REs. And as leaders, we need to be there to support whichever re is going on for people. And so that's where I'm going. It's a great re. So here's the cool thing, regardless of which one we're talking about, the Great Resignation, the Great Regret, the Great Return, the whatever it is, right? Whichever re we're talking about here, we as leaders, actually, let me change that. We're leaders because people follow us. Our followers are looking for us to respond, not react, respond. So let's go there for a second, right? So what is react? I looked up the dictionary definition for these two words. React is to respond with hostility, I hope not, of course, opposition, or a contrary course of action. Right? So something's going on, and if you as a leader react to it, one of these types of things is happening. In other words, what's the likelihood you're going to create an outcome that you really want? So instead, what we want to do is to respond, act or behave in reaction to something or someone or something. Right? So act or behave in reaction to someone or something, not in opposition, not with hostility, not in a contrary direction, but is to accept whatever is coming towards me, right? Whatever is showing up in my world, to accept that and do something with it. React or respond. So again, both re words are E, right? Both words start with RE. And so if we're responding and we find we're falling, I was going to say falling victim, but victim isn't the right word. If we're experiencing the Great Resignation, in other words, a lot of people around us are resigning, then you get to choose how you deal with that. So if you react, right, you're working contrary to or in opposition to. So your reaction might be to go into denial or to blame management because you can't have enough money for salary. Whatever it is, the reaction is not what's going to get the outcome you want. It's not what people want from you as a leader. What they want is for you to respond to the fact a lot of people are resigning. How do you respond? You'll know. You don't blame people. You don't create excuses. Right? You don't beat yourself up. Whatever it is, you find a way to respond to it. And will some people still leave? Yes, and please support them. If that's what they need to do, if that's what they want, don't make them wrong. So, the Great Re, right? We're at a point in time in history where there's so much of that going on. Whether it's reteaming, redesigning, rebuilding, rethinking, right? We can come up with so many words. So last week, I had a thought. I was working with one of my mentors, and I had a thought. And so I have a program coming. It's probably going to be called The Great Re, whatever it is. More to come on that. But it's about us as leaders and our ability to respond to whichever re is kind of biting us in this moment. So stay tuned. More to come on that. In the meantime, this coming Friday at noon Eastern, I have a free pop-up training. And that pop-up training is titled Returning to the Office is going to be awkward. Because here's the thing. When we left the office 2 plus years ago, it was awkward. I don't know about you, but suddenly finding myself working remote and that's the only option created some awkwardness for me. And now going back to the office and seeing people for the first time, either in 2 years or possibly it's the first time you've ever met these people face to face. Let's not deny the fact it's going to be awkward. And so in this pop-up training, I want to share with you 3 things that will help the team transition back into the office, and not necessarily, it won't get rid of the awkwardness, but it'll help you to manage it and overcome it more quickly. So I hope you join me. Check the description of this video, or go to leadingforchange.ca, and you can find it there. It's absolutely free, no obligation, nothing like that. All you have to do is sign up and you'll get a Zoom link, and I would love to have you there to talk about and learn from each other. I don't pretend to have all the answers on this. What's it going to take to return to the office and overcome that awkwardness? Have a great day. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow.